Why am I standing out here in the woods talking to you right now? Because the woods, to me, are a cathartic place. A place to just reassess and relax. So I come out here on occasion just to mingle in the trees, see what nature's doing out here, check out the tide. So sometimes when I come out here and relax, I bring you with me. Hope you don't mind. I thoroughly enjoy the fall. It's just so awesome around here. But we have tons of hedge apple trees. There's a hedge apple right there that fell. And the hedge apples aren't really useful for anything per se. The animals don't really dig them. I heard they can choke horses and other livestock, so I don't even give them to the pigs. I don't even know if they would eat them. And the wood from a hedge apple tree is super gnarly, super hard. But we use the hedge apples, my daughter and I, to go road bowling. We just gather up like dozens and dozens of them, and we see who can roll it the furthest down the road before it goes off into the ditch. She has yet to beat me. But she has that little softball pitching arm now, and so she's starting to challenge me. So we'll be doing that here in the next couple of days. Maybe we'll let you see some of it. It's kind of fun. We had a pretty heavy frost the other day. Some trees last throughout the fall, and they decide when they want to lose their leaves and slowly turn red, whatnot. Some trees, that first frost does a number on them. One of them is the tulip tree. I love the tulip tree in the summer. It's a super awesome shade tree. They grow fairly majestically. Their form looks good. They're big and green, and they got these yellow-green tulip blossoms. But after it frosts one time, it looks like this. The leaves turn instantly brown, and they don't go to orange or yellow or anything. They just turn brown. So they fall and look like this. Just brown and real dry instantly. It's kind of cool. You walk out here, you can hear yourselves. You know when you're under a tulip tree. But it goes pretty quickly into green to brown to nothing. There it is again. This time of year makes me a little nervous. You see how low this is out here? These weeds will grow, you know, chest high. They're barely mid-shin high, if that. So that's what happened to Kubo last year, is he was eating low-lying weeds. Anyway, he got what they described as encephalitis by a worm, and man, it put him down. I mean, he couldn't walk. His eyes were going zigzaggy. I thought I was going to lose him. But I super drenched him in dewormer over a course of like 2 weeks, man. And it was a slow and gradual recovery. And they said one of the symptoms that it was that type of issue is that he would scratch one specific spot on his spine with his horns. And he had a big raw spot on his back where he would just constantly scratch one area right on his spine. I guess he felt an itch or felt a sensation there that wasn't normal. And man, oh man, he would scratch constantly. But he has since recovered fully. During that time, he wasn't bleating at all. It took months before I heard a bleat out of him. So it makes me nervous when I come back and I don't hear him calling out for me. I understand he's in rut right now, and I understand, you know, he's in a different area in his mind, but he seems to be acting okay. I don't see any of the symptoms on him or Ringo, but you never can tell. It just makes me a little leery. Another thing I have to do to help winterize the place is to confine the chickens to the run and coop and not let them free range. Two reasons. When they free range in the summer, they can find all kind of bugs and plants and minerals and stuff to eat on their own. But in the winter, that's hard to come by. So I'm gonna confine them to their run and coop, and that will be their primary water supply. That's why I have to make that a heated water bowl. The nipple system freezes, so they can't use that. They won't be out here to use that. This time of year in southern Ohio, late October, is kind of whack. You'll have days where it's in the upper 70s, up to mid 80s, and you're out here in your t-shirt and shorts. And the next day it'll be in the low 40s, biting cold with wind. Right now it's in the upper 40s, not too bad, but I'm just saying it goes up and down. And the reason I bring that up is I wonder how the animals do with this kind of weather, because you can see the winter coats starting to come in on the goats, and you wonder if they have a thick coat coming in, if it'll warm up into the 80s one day, if they're just like freaking out, you know, can't take that coat off. I would hate it, but they've survived over the eons. So what gets me is I cleared all of this out in the spring, and the pigs were in there for a while. But look how overgrown it is. You know, the big stuff came back up, and I got to go back in there again with a sickle and clippers and all kind of stuff and get it all cleared out again. Because you want this to be basically grass. You don't need all this other stuff in here, and it's just taking up a lot of room. So that's going to be a chore this fall. So I had 3 or 4 trees in this goat area here that I had to cut down this year because they killed them, and I'm anticipating them killing more as time goes on. I have several protected with that hardware cloth or pallets, and it's going to be okay because the ones that are left are going to give them plenty of shade if they need it, and the rest will open up into a nice pasture area, which is fine. That's what I want. But it's a shame, man. It's super hard to protect a wooded area with goats because, man, they just go at it. Hey, baby. Purring like a motorboat. You good cat. It's funny because he'll follow me around, just staying right under my feet the whole time I'm out here if he's expecting food. So I think I better go put some food in the bowl. Where'd he go? Hey, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to continue being a part of all the adventures and stories that happen on Rubber Soul Farm. I hope we can spend more time together on the farm, but until then, enjoy your animals and take care of yourselves.